All right, everybody, welcome to the very first episode of Foo and Bob Music Review. I'm being joined by my co-host, the lovely Bob.
Hello. Hello,
What's up,
hello.
Bob? All right. Okay, people. Running a little late, as always, you know. We're always kind of running late over here. It's just kind of the thing over here on The Real Food TV, people. Remember to subscribe to The Real Food TV. We're still getting over our long night of doing the first episode of the Bob's History Corner. We did the live show, which is called Down. What is it called again, Bob?
Down the Rabbit Hole.
It's called Down the Rabbit Hole. Okay, so right now, people, we're gonna be doing a review of the new Linkin Park video. It's called what is it called again, Bob? You remember?
I think it's Over Each Other.
Okay, it's called Over Each Other. But before we go into the review of Over Each Other, we're gonna just a little discussion about some of this weird stuff I see on the internet when it comes to these creators that make this content. What would you call it, Bob? It's like kind of like emotion content when it comes to music. I just feel like it's kind of over the top the way they react.
I think it's, if you don't have anything intelligent to say, then you put on a show of just having like really big expressions and feelings about things.
It's really weird. So here it is. This is what I've seen. People do these. They call them reaction videos. It's really weird. I kind of had like an argument the other day with Bob about this because I'm like, this just doesn't seem natural to me. This seems like what I would call brown nosing. Every single video is just like worshiping these groups instead of actually analyzing it because, an opinion or review is a reaction. You don't need to do all these little stupid faces. And then there's never a negative opinion. It's always a positive opinion. And so look at this. What a twist. And she's doing this silly face. She's doing this real silly face, right? Just to kind of show the emotion, right, Bob?
Yeah, I mean.
And this is Linkin Park. Shocking video. Over here, the dumb, wide-mouthed stare. This guy looks like he's not really into the whole face thing, though he's like really half-assing it. This dumb-looking face. This woman with the wide mouth. Is that supposed to be pornographic? Sort of like that. What do they call those sounds? ASMR?
I guess. I don't know.
She died. This guy with actual tears. Okay, so
it's just I don't know. It's not my genre of interest. I would never click on a video like that personally.
Yeah.
It's just not my thing. But from the ones that you showed me, it does seem quite disingenuous. Like, I understand, even if like there are bands that I really, really like, but I don't have that like huge, over-expressive, hyper-emotive, reaction to a song. I mean, I might say like, hey, Foo, this is a really good song. Like, check it out. What do you think?
It's really weird. I think it's really
I don't
weird.
have like a religious experience listening to the latest pop song that
exactly. That's what this
came onto the
That's what
scene.
This shit looks like. It's like, what the fuck? And when I have to be honest, when I see these things and these people doing these fake reactions, I want to throw up a little bit. Like it actually makes me want to punch my TV. All right, so look at this again. I get it's over the top. The reactions, a real tear. This one over here is funny too. We're gonna watch a little bit of these videos to see at the very end. Yeah, and the dumb face. They just do all these stupid faces. Like, I feel like they sell these videos to like people who don't have human emotions, so they have to like exaggerate. Like they do these clownish faces. Also, like I said, like every single video is a positive review, which I just find I find it to be suspect.
What frustrates me about this apparent genre is that artistic critique is actually a discipline. It's like an academic skill set.
Yeah.
And reading and engaging with intelligent critique is actually very interesting and thought-provoking. There's a fantastic book called Idols of Perversion that is a deep dive into the painting landscape. Not painting landscapes, but the painting landscape of the turn of the 20th century and the late 19th century. And it's fascinating. And these critiques are beautiful. Like, even when they're eviscerating the artist in question. Like, they're eloquent, they're expressive, and they hold the artist to a very, very high standard, regardless of how famous they are or are not.
I mean, it's also like, look, when you have an opinion on something, you can actually have a discussion. The way these guys do these reviews, you can't discuss anything. I mean, many times, even for something like I do a lot of sports content on this page, boxing and all that. So many times, you might have a disagreement. You might have a difference, have a difference of opinion, and you can kind of like discuss it. Or if it's a great fight, you can go over the different nuances. It's the same, like Bob said, with any piece of art. It could be a painting, a piece of music, or a movie, whatever. You can kind of go over it when you have like this more depth to it, right? You kind of see the depth of it, or you have your different interpretations of what that meant, right? So these guys, they really don't. They don't really have much there. There's not much. There's not really any substance. It's just like smiling, or that really made me sad. That made me feel. I felt something. Look, that's a real tear.
It's very odd, and it cheapens it, because if I was an artist putting art out into the world, I would actually watch the critiques, because that's how I'm going to grow and improve as an artist. Yes. And if it's just a bunch of sycophants saying like, oh my God, you're so wonderful, it made me cry tears all of the time, that's how you stagnate. Like, there's no challenge there. There's nothing to grow from there. So it's disappointing, particularly when a band is in the position that Linkin Park is in, where they lost their lead singer, and in many regards, one of the big creative influences in the band. They've now got a new person coming in, and rather than giving like constructive feedback so that person can ostensibly grow into this role, it's all just fapping.
It's just a bunch of brown nosing. Now we're gonna watch one of these just small pieces of, I think, about 2 to 3 reviews, just because I want to show how over the top this is. The emotion, it just to me it comes off very, very fake, and I think it's some kind of brown nosing. And people, this is unlike these people. We're doing a live reaction, people, a live reaction and a review. We're going to score this. All right, we're going to score this using the new score system, and we're going to be watching a little Disinfluencer right now. Let's see this. Okay, because people, I watch this stuff in preparation for this. I'm putting my own spin on whatever the hell this is. On music reviews, I'm pretty sure YouTube won't allow this to stay up. I'm going to have to fight it. But I'm going to pretend that we're going to be able to finish this without the video being removed. I put the copyright disclaimer in the beginning. This is fair use, YouTube. This is fair use. If all these other people that we're going to watch are able to do this, then I also should be able to do this, shouldn't I?
Yeah, you cylinder. Suck it.
Exactly, you cylinder. Okay, so right now we're gonna watch this amazing, whatever you call this. Oh, wait, there's no audio. Why is there no audio?
I don't know. Why is
there no audio? Look how crazy this is, Bob. You tell me what you think of this, how chipper this is.
Why, hello, you amazing, beautiful people, and welcome back to another Linkin Park reaction video. I don't think I'm ever going to get used to saying those words. It still feels so weird. I feel like Linkin Park is one of the only bands in existence to have to fall in love with twice. And I feel like Emily is doing an absolutely excellent job at making me fall in love with Linkin Park all over again. Honestly, I feel like I'm getting flashbacks. And Linkin Park are dropping a brand new music video right now to Over Each Other. Now, I haven't heard this one. I don't know if this is a new song or if this is part of their, like they did a few other songs recently.
This guy doesn't even know if this is a new song.
Yeah,
That's how much of a fan he is, huh?
And it's also a bit disingenuous that he's saying he's falling and she's doing such a great job. This is ostensibly the first song that's not just her doing Linkin Park karaoke. Or maybe it's the second one. I think that there was one other one before this, right?
Third single.
But still, like, most of what she's done is Linkin Park karaoke.
People, look, I haven't followed Linkin Park since I was in high school. I haven't followed them in years. Like, I like Linkin Park. I like the stuff I heard. The thing I liked, actually, when I first really started listening to Linkin Park, actually, it was their first album. But I listened to like their first 2 albums. I listened to little pieces of the stuff after. But even I know this is a new song. This guy doesn't even know it's a new song. But not to get down on him for that, but
we've got Dark.
Wait, you got to talk into the mic, Bob. Who do we have?
We have Dark in the comments saying, that Linkin Park sucks, in my opinion. I never liked the rap rock mixture. It's an abomination. Yeah, I mean, it's
It's an abomination.
I don't know if I would say it's an abomination. I wouldn't call myself a big Linkin Park fan. If they're on, I probably won't turn it off, but it's not a band that I like go looking for. They're okay.
All right, so we're gonna watch more of this guy. Let's listen to this.
As well. I don't know if this is the first time it's been released. I have no idea. There's 50.
Okay. He has no idea.
He needs to lay off the cocaine.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna go into.
He is on way too much upper.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe he's on meth.
People,
I don't know.
Dude, they're all like this.
But like,
all of them.
It's
like fucking Blue's Clues. It's like an episode of Blue's Clues.
His pupils are not like little pinpricks, so I'm thinking that maybe this is just lots of caffeine or something.
Let's watch how this guy responds to this freaking song.
Studio version with all the effects on it.
All right, sorry. I gotta go ahead. I don't know where the fuck the song is.
That talent, that vocal.
Is it still in here? Like, where the fuck is the song? Is he gonna watch it?
Thank you so much for watching.
Okay, I think it's in the middle of the video. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Okay, here it is. This is hilarious shit. Okay, good, let's see this. This is insane.
I was not ready for this today.
What the fuck is this piece of shit? What the?
You know what's funny, people? I didn't even press that damn button. That Joe Pesci clip went off. I need to shut that down. Sorry about that, dude. We didn't mean that.
What the?
I mean, I feel like this dude needs a hug. Maybe he needs a cat, a pet of some kind.
This dude just listened to Linkin Park and he had like a religious experience. Let's see this.
I didn't expect to be feeling like this.
Maybe he had a stroke because he can't speak. Ah di da di da di da di da. Ah di da.
I mean,
da 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 da.
But this is crazy, isn't
it? Do do.
What a Linkin Park fan. Let's see this.
Anyone who's new to the channel, I'm a pretty emotional person.
There we go. It's the shtick.
They're all emotional people. Every single time.
That's what got him that little placard in the back.
Yeah.
He cries in his videos.
I feel like people are getting off to this. It's sort of like, you know, the weird videos where people like eat stuff. This is like emotion porn. Look at this. Let's watch this over each other. Okay, I got this other one here. They're all like this.
This just makes me feel like this is the first generation of iPad kids that have like reached maturity and been given YouTube channels. Like they don't know how to human. And so when they see humans humaning in video format, they cry.
This is what I think. It's like they're trying to their audience is like aliens and they're trying to show them human emotions or something. Right? Let's watch this one. That's what it feels like. It's really alien. It's like the people are getting off to these people doing these stupid faces. Look.
And welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Alien Senpai. And
she fucking calls herself Alien. Oh my lord. She's kind of a pretty lady. She's got decent lighting. I'd give her that, right?
She's got the bull ring in her nose. You just need to clip a lead onto it and you can take her around the room.
Yeah, look, she's got this decent lighting, but let's watch. Her content is just the same thing like I said. It's just some person.
She's got that MySpace angle set up for her camera.
Park, a song called Over Each Other. I know everyone and their mother has had this marked down. We found out last week that they were going to release a new song this Thursday, and I know we're all freaking excited for it. So
I am not.
As a longtime Linkin Park fan, I'm just going to shut the hell up and let them do the talking because I've been waiting all week for this. So
it's a lot easier to let them do the talking. I'm sorry about that, people. It's a lot easier to let them do the talking than you do the talking, huh?
Being said, let's get started with today's video.
Look at her face. Watch her face. Look at her face.
She's gonna need Botox.
She had another one having her. They all do this.
Well, fuck.
Wow, fuck.
I like profanity as a seasoning in language, but it's not a full sentence, my love. It's really not. Why is that a well fuck? Surely there are better ways to express whatever emotion you're attempting to perform for us.
Hey, what's up, Sobers?
than simply saying, well, fuck.
And they just act like, I mean, she's got
disappointing.
straight up butthead face going on right now. All right, let's
She's going to
see.
need Botox, man. Look at those. Look at those. She's like a Klingon.
She's like, Bavith. Well, fuck.
She's got Klingon forehead.
Let's see this. I bet you they're fucking gonna pull my live stream for this yet. This beautiful, amazing person.
Never Sobers, she's having a religious experience about a Linkin Park music video. That's what's happening to her face.
This is a very important thing that she's experiencing. Actually, she nods her head like, I understand exactly what you're going through.
I've been there, girl. I wrecked my car and killed my partner.
I've been there, girl.
All we are is talking over each other. There's nothing underneath. It's all the way.
Oh, no.
She's the man in the relationship, that's for sure.
She has in the music video, the blonde lady has like the same kind of run from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Mm-hmm. Like, just watch her run.
We all had the same kind of like, what the hell
let's
is
see,
happening?
let's see.
Like, what the hell? We all had. I feel like we all had the same kind of like, what the hell is happening when this started? This feels very different.
Yeah, I mean, she's with a tiny little Asian woman. That's weird. No, I'm kidding.
Assuming this is going to be her solo song. I only see her. I don't see Mike. I don't see anyone else. So this might be her solo for the album. I know the album is coming out soon. I don't know if I'm going crazy in the beginning. It was kind of reminding me a lot of like Courtney LaPlante from Spirit Box. It kind of reminded me of the song Blessed Be. It very like airy, Courtney has
Blessed
that very
be,
like breathy, airy, ethereal vocal.
They
and,
all have the
obviously-
breathy, aerial, ethereal, whatever the fuck she said,
She
vocal.
can sing it all. She has such an
I
incredible.
mean, they
Oh,
kissed
my
this woman's
stars.
ass. Like, this new Linkin Park singer is like through the roof, the amount of ass kissing.
From what I've heard of
She
her,
can be-
it sounds like she's doing Chester Bennington karaoke. Like, she's a super fan and she's perfected her Chester Bennington
She's
impression.
not doing it very well.
It like,
it's-
but that's what it doesn't feel like she has stepped into the role and made the songs her own. It sounds like she's trying to be Chester, and she obviously can't be Chester because she isn't Chester.
Well, at least they were consistent with Linkin Park that they got another lesbian. Because I mean, let's just be real. Chester Bennington was a lesbian. That's
but
for
I
damn
feel
sure.
like this chick might have just a scooch more testosterone.
She's a little bit more manly than him. I mean, you see it in the face there. Damn. I mean, damn. All right, let's just hear just a little bit more of this.
She can do a scream for what, like 17 freaking minutes, like we saw, or 17 seconds. Like
17 minutes of
minutes.
screaming.
I mean, that would be dead impressive. To be fair, if she could she could sustain one of those screams for 17 minutes, I'd be like, you know what, ma'am?
I mean, bro, she's
I'm
amazing.
a fan.
She's
You
amazing.
got me.
She's
I'm
like-
on your
she's
team.
Like, what is like one step closer to the goes on for 17 minutes.
on Heavy as a Crown, but I'm also seeing so many different sides of her right now. I'm seeing, it's very like, holy shit, it's obviously not a very
what does that mean? It's very like, holy shit. You're reviewing a song.
Okay, wait.
What the fuck does holy shit mean?
This song is very like holy shit.
truly understanding the concept of what I had no idea what to expect, but now it seems kind of like we're talking over each other, and seems like we're getting a lot of heavy shit here. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Now, it's holy shit. It's heavy
She did a
shit.
great job. It's like we're getting a lot of like talking over each other. We're getting like one step closer. We're like a step closer to the edge.
And didn't she like start this whole absolute diatribe of nonsense by saying, this sounds totally different? I'm sorry. It sounds like every other fucking Linkin Park song I've ever heard in my life.
Oh,
like-
yeah, wait. Let's see. We're going to hear that part.
Yeah, Was not expecting this at all. It does sounds very different, but I know a lot of us are
Ma'am?
kind of like, you know, where
Ma'am, what?
we're in a transition period here. This is a new era, and
She basically is just parroting all the same stuff I've heard from many people. They're like, we're in a new era here, man. It's a new era. It's a new era. They all say that. And then she says that
I think they got inspired by Taylor Swift because she's on tour right now and it's called the Eras Tour. So now everybody is having a new era. They're in their whatever it is era.
well, I mean, that's the way they can wipe away the Chester guy, right? We can say, oh, it's a new era, man. It's different. It's a different era.
I wasn't sure if we were gonna get another single from
Oh boy, that's a voice.
That's a very manly voice. I think they probably should have got him to take the place of Chester. Right?
the upcoming Linkin Park album, just because it's, you know, a couple of weeks away. But we did, and I'm so excited. When I reacted to Heavy as a Crown, I was expecting more of a...
Just so you people know, this is a reaction of a reaction of a reaction, and then we're going to have our reaction to the song. There's
layers of reactions.
We're actually going to be watching the video.
You know, hip hop kind of thing.
Just so you know, this guy does programming, as you can see from what's behind him.
See, I was gonna
I'm
say
just going to say my setup's way better.
video killed the radio star, but then I saw his face and I was like, well, we have to come up with a new medium for him. Internet killed
Never
the television.
Sober says, I love Linkin Park, but what's it? I don't know. I don't know about the new singer.
IDK, I don't know.
Only because we had already gotten the rocks.
All right, look. All right, people. This guy is going to have a religious moment, but we can't play too much of this song. We're going to be playing the song, actually, but we don't want to play it 20 times. So we're going to play something else because we got to play the video. So what we're going to do is we're going to watch his reaction because, you know, these people don't actually have like opinions. They just kind of react like they're cats or dogs, and they just have like facial expressions.
She was doing that. I was watching a video and we had some of our dogs in the room before, and they were doing the head tilt with the like eyebrow raise, and that chick that we were just watching was doing exactly the same facial expression. I was
mean,
like,
our
am I
dogs
watching my dog?
Those expressive faces. I feel like there's just a sexual component to it. I feel like it's like the O face, right? And then you have, like I said, with the what do you call it? ASMR? This chewing.
Yeah.
They'll eat like fucking chicken and slop it down. Like I feel like they're trying to pretend that they're doing some weird sexual crap. This is why people watch this crap, except for our stuff, which is incredibly amazing. We don't just do facial expressions. We don't have facial expressions. You know what I was thinking? I was thinking about taking one of these people's videos, cropping it and putting it in the corner while we watch the video. So, you know, it's a good idea, right?
We don't have facial expressions because we don't
watch
have
his
faces.
expression to this video because we really don't give a. We don't give a. Oh, wait. My audio's a little too low. Wait, watch. Bob, I really don't give a. Why don't you shut the up?
You feel better now?
I don't give a. Okay, we're going to watch his expressions now. To the song, people. To the song. He's going to watch him have like a religious awakening. This ain't normal, people. This ain't normal. Okay. Where the fuck is the video?
IDK, LOL.
I got to find where he's... Okay, here we go. He's watching the video, right?
He's trying to make himself cry.
Here we are, face to face, the silver spoons.
This is why you were downloading that song.
Make it a go, make it grow together. We're gonna find our way. Together, taking the time each day.
This is the guy that in his description of his video, he had pointing at his face like an arrow that says real tears.
Here we are, face to face, a couple of silver spoons. Hoping to find we're two of a kind. Make it a go, make it grow together.
I wish I could zoom into his face. I didn't create a zoom for that. You see him? It's like, oh, he's having this religious awakening. Look, he's squeezing as tight. He's probably trying to get a tear. I think at one point he actually wipes a fucking tear away from his eye. He actually wipes the tear away from his eye at one point. Sorry if you can't hear me. I got this music blasting over me. All right, so you guys see it. He just basically does a bunch of facial expressions. And at times they cry and all this other stuff. It's weird, Bob. Once again, what do you think what the hell is this?
I feel like that they need their psych meds adjusted. I think that that's what's happening.
Yes. I mean, but what's weirder are the people that watch these videos.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not among them, so I can't really speak to why somebody wants to see somebody else
Cry?
fake
cry?
fake emotional reactions
I mean,
to
look,
things that are disproportionate. I don't know.
I mean, if it's the performer that's doing the crying, then I guess that makes sense. They're more attached to the song, but some random person online. And again, it's like the what do you call them? The icons for the video. Like all of them will have like crying or like this look of like it's profound. Like all of them. It could be basically anything. It'll be like first reaction to Van Halen, and then it'll be like a dude like pumping his fist in the air and big smile. Also, if you're listening to like Van Halen for the first time when you were like 30, it's like, what rock were you living under? That's kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah,
But I
mean,
know they're lying.
I think that a lot of people, particularly younger people, perform compliance to whatever group that they've decided they belong to. So they will limit their world and their experience of the world to what their peers have self-selected.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I meet people on a frighteningly regular basis who have like absolutely no awareness of what I would assume are pop culture, artistic staple. I met a full-grown adult who is over the age of 50 the other day who does not know who James Bond is, had never heard of him.
Yeah, but
I'm like,
yeah, but that's a
what in the world?
That's a very rare case. Like these people, I wanted to make because I know that these descriptions are fake. These people are only creating these labels to get views. So I wanted to make a video. I should have done it for this one. I just said, man's first reaction to listening to music. Man listens to music for the first time. Like some stupid labels like that. Man hears drums for the first time. You know, let's see if we can get some views. That'll be the next video we do. But right now, people, guess what? We're listening to Linkin Park, people.
Are we?
Yes, we're listening to Linkin Park. This is a live reaction, people. You are watching Foo and Bob Music Review. We are live on The Real Foo TV. Remember to effing subscribe.
Motherfuckers.
Mother, father effers. What if I said tranny fuckers?
Somehow that's worse.
That is worse, yes. What if it's a tranny mother? Do you think Chester Bennington was a tranny?
I mean,
yeah, he had trans tendencies, right? I'd like Linkin Park, just saying. All right. Here we go, people. We're going to bring up the Foo TV musical toilet. There it is. Sweet music.
Now, is the music going to come out of the toilet?
Not yet. I got to work on that. Okay. You want to count down, Bob?
From what number?
From 5.
1 million?
5.
4. 3. 2. 2 3/4. 2 1/2. 2 1/4. 1!
All right. So what do we have in this toilet today, Bob? Whoa, what is that?
I don't know. It looks like a Rorschach painting. It's a Pollock.
It's got a little bit of shit on it.
It looks like somebody's brain got splattered on a wall. A bit.
That is the new Linkin Park single, people.
That's confusing.
Okay, it really is. It really is.
I would love to know the marketing decision behind that.
Well,
like,
they didn't put the shit on it.
Well, obviously, I understand that, but like,
yes.
If you take the poop off of it, it still looks like a crime scene.
It does. Hey, Bob, we have a description here. You want to read that?
From Zero is the upcoming 8th studio album by American rock. They are not a rock band. Rock band Linkin Park.
They are kind of.
Adjacent.
All right, Bob.
Set to be released on November 15th, 2024 through Warner Records and Machine Shop. It is Linkin Park's first studio album since One More Light in 2017, and their first to feature new singer Emily Armstrong of Dead Sarah on vocals, as well as the band's new drummer Colin Britton. It is the band's first album without vocalist Chester Bennington following his death in 2017, as well as drummer Rob Burden due to his departure from the band. The album's title has a double meaning. It is a reference to the band's original name of Zero and also refers to the band's new chapter with Armstrong and Britton.
That is funny that their new singer is called Armstrong. That probably would have been better if that was the original singer, because we know back in the early 2000s, most of Linkin Park's fans were Armstrong.
Wow.
Yes.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Just kidding. That's a joke. It's a joke, mother effers. You know what I think about this album cover? It looks like the cover of the Metallica album Load. I'm actually calling this album Pink Load.
Oh boy.
Pink Load. Did you guys know that the cover of Load is actually sperm and blood mixed together? They took a picture of it. Did you know that?
I didn't.
That's Pink Load, people, from Linkin Park. Coming soon.
It looks like brain matter.
It looks kind of cool in a way, I guess. It looks like a Pollock.
A bit.
It looks
but
sort of
Jackson
like a
Pollock was a CIA plant.
Yeah, I know.
so
You said that on the last show we did.
it's true.
Yes,
Look it up.
I believe you. I effing believe you. You don't have to tell me twice. Okay, so now, with that out of the way.
Yeah, the new Alice in Chains singer is suboptimal.
Wait, the guy with the fro? The fro guy?
The new one.
Well, the new one is the fro guy,
Yes.
the guy with the afro.
Yes.
Okay, Bob, we're gonna be watching this video, and if we like it, we're not put the album back in the toilet. But for now, I mean, look, if we like it, we'll take this out of the toilet. Okay. What do you think about that?
All right. Sounds good.
Okay, we're gonna clean this shit off because it's kind of disgusting that this is like this. You want to clean this shit off here?
Yes, please. We saw Alice in Chains live as well. Never Sobers. Wouldn't it be funny if we
Yes,
were at
we
a
have seen
concert
them.
together and we just didn't know it?
Alice in Chains actually played a show right next to my house in Brooklyn. They played at the Brooklyn Academy of Music, I think, when I was a little kid. Okay, so I actually really do like Alice in Chains. Okay, so we're going to play this damn song, people. And then we're going to look at its lyrics. We're going to analyze its lyrics. And we're going to score it.
So just for a little bit of context, we are actually going to critique the song. We're not going to sit here and have like a weird religious experience.
We're not going to bring out one of our dogs and have him do a bunch of silly faces.
Although that would be kind of cute. That would be entertaining.
That would be funny. That actually would be really funny. But
I
we're
mean,
not
maybe
gonna do
that'll
it.
be
Not
something
yet.
we do in the future.
We'll do that in the future for damn sure. That's for sure. Okay, people.
We could put like squirrels on TV and film them watching the squirrels.
I mean, I'm actually, I want to green screen our dogs. No joke.
Our whole herd of them.
No diddy. Okay, YouTube, remember, this is fair use. You motherfuckers.
Fuck off, you cylinder.
This is fair use. All right. We are watching Over Each Other, Linkin Park. As we've been saying, here it is. Here it is, you mother effers.
This is the letter that I didn't write. Looking for color in the black and white. Skyscrapers we created on shaky ground. And I'm trying to find my patience, but you won't let me breathe, and I'm not ever right. All we are is talking over each other. There's nothing underneath. It's all a waste of time. All we are is talking over each other. Over each other. Reaching for satellites, but all alone. Under your breath, you're saying that I was wrong. Oh, the skyscrapers we created
Yo, bro, she's dead.
Plot twist. It's like The Sixth Sense.
Okay,
I
so
see dead
there's the video. We're gonna be looking at some of the lyrics. Okay, Bob.
Iceman wants to know if it's Taylor Swift.
Yes, it is. It is a bit soft. Bob, can you actually see these lyrics?
Yes.
Give me 1 second. Let's see if I can scroll them. Nope. Give me 1 second, people.
1 Mississippi. That is 1 second. Would you like an additional second?
Yes.
Perhaps more than one?
All right, so we're gonna be reading these lyrics right now. Oh, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm
I don't
pressing
either.
Something I shouldn't be pressing.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Hopefully I didn't just fuck up a bunch of stuff. It's very easy to mess up things in this OBS software, that's for sure. All right, so we're going to look at these lyrics. All right, Bob.
What was kind of interesting was it appears that this video is set in like Korea. I believe that
Is
was
it?
Korean on the ambulance
Oh,
door.
I didn't notice that.
I thought that was kind of interesting. And all of the rescue crew are Asian. So it appears that they set the video in Korea, which is that's kind of different. That's interesting.
Yes. I mean, because I guess Linkin Park are communists.
I believe that would probably have been South Korea, not North
okay,
Korea.
Whatever. Korea is Korea. All right, Bob, you want to read these lyrics?
Which of them?
The
All
whole
of
thing.
them? Okay.
You want to read it in parts so we can try to sound like we're doing
I
a duet?
guess. I mean, but you won't let me breathe, and I'm not ever right. All we are is talking over each other. There's nothing underneath. It's all a waste of time. All we are is talking over each other, repeated numerous times.
I mean, you got to read it. You got to read
I
the
did read
lyrics. Read it with emotion.
I can't. I have no emotions, remember?
But you won't let me breathe, and I'm not ever right, and all we are is talking over each other.
You look like a bunny when you make that face. It's kind of weird.
There's nothing underneath. It's all a waste of time. All we are is talking over each other.
Are you all right? Do you need a lozenge?
Over each other. Over each other. All right,
I mean,
now sing the next part.
the chorus, it's very like middle school.
All right, come on. You got to read these damn lyrics. Come on, read it.
I did
You're
read
next.
them, and you
I
objected to
I
them.
went. Now you go.
I'm not doing whatever you just
Can
did.
you please? You don't have to sing like as beautiful.
Reaching
as
for
I do.
satellites, but all along, under your breath, you're saying that I was wrong. Oh, the skyscrapers we created are coming down and free fall into the pavement.
It's a Chinese company, people. It's a Chinese company. Skyscraper. They built some.
Made in India.
Come on. Hey, okay. Read these lyrics, please.
Mike Shinoda is still part of the band, but he is not in this song.
Of course he is. Of course he is. He's a musician. Mike Sonoda isn't singing on every song. Are you going to read the
Dark
lyrics, please?
asked where the rapper was, and
Oh,
I was
yeah.
answering
That's
the question.
That's one of the original. What people don't know is that Chester came to the band after their creation. They brought him on later on. The band was formed before Chester was part of it. Can you please read these lyrics, Bob?
Are we really going to have to read the chorus every time?
Because we have to judge them.
Because you won't let me breathe, and I'm not ever right. All we are is talking over each other. There's nothing underneath. It's all a waste of time. All we are is talking over each other. And then, are we over each other?
Are we over each other? Oh, are we over each other? And then again, I can't go to sleep. I lie awake. She lies awake at night. Which
would make sense if she couldn't go to sleep.
Why not in the day? Why not lie awake in the day?
I mean, she probably naps.
All right, so she's up at night because they keep talking over each other. I'm so tired of talking over each other. Over each other. So say what's underneath. I want to see your inside or your side. Not your inside, your side. I want to see your side.
We've mixed metaphors here. We're going back to talking about an argument.
Look, let's really break these lyrics down. She can't go to sleep because she's stressed. I lie awake at night. This shit is keeping her up at night that they keep talking over each other.
Yeah,
That's
well,
really
she inadvertently killed herself.
I'm so tired of talking over each other.
Maybe that's why she crashed. She
So
was
say
falling
what's
asleep
underneath.
at the wheel.
So you see, there's some secrets. There's things that are underneath people, and they're not letting them out because they just keep talking over each other. But if they would just shut the fuck up, they could actually voice these things that's inside, right, Bob? That's inside. When you watch the music video, you see that the girlfriend seems kind of jealous, right? The phone's going off. She's looking at her. It might be Chaz Bono on there. Who knows? Who knows who she's dating?
It's definitely Dylan Mulvaney.
She might be dating Dylan Mulvaney. We have no fucking idea. We have no idea. Okay? There's problems in this relationship. This seems like a toxic relationship, as they call it, right? Okay, so the little Asian lady is angry, and so is the giant lady, the big lady, who's slightly manly. So very little bit.
Chester 2.0.
Slightly cute, sort of.
She's all right looking.
She's all right at times. But other times, she looks a little bit like a young prime Nick Nolte. She does. She looks like Nick Nolte a little bit at times. She really does.
I haven't examined her face
She
that
got a
closely.
strong jaw at times.
Well, it's because she's
See her on
grinding her
stage, her
teeth.
clothes-
She's awake all night.
Her clothes are way too baggy when you see her on stage. Like, what the hell? She's trying to
It's the Billie Eilish effect.
Yeah, exactly. She's trying to hide all her. She's
like, I'm an artist.
You think she got some giant boobs under there?
That would be a great plot twist. See, that would have been the plot twist.
Yeah,
her shirt gets like artistically ripped in the crash. And you see her jubblies.
What's funny is all the people are like, they think it's real. They're like, oh, the twist ending. It's like, I think this is supposed to be symbolic, the video. But we'll talk about that after we look at the lyrics. Okay, so we're trying to understand these lyrics, people. Okay. Say what's
I don't
underneath.
think it's really hard to understand.
Well, it doesn't matter. We have to try to let the viewers understand this. We're experts here. I want to see your. I keep thinking. I keep thinking that says I want to see your insides.
I think you've watched too many horror movies.
What's this? The Jeffrey Dahmer story? I want to see your insides. I want to see
Linkin Park featuring Ed Gein.
Dude, look, I'm looking across the damn room. This is why I told her to read it. I'm having to look across the room in order to read this. So that's my excuse. I want to see your side. We don't have to be talking over each other. So wait. So what is they doing, Bob? Why are they talking over each other?
Okay, so what this is this is just her hyperfixating on a disagreement she had with her girlfriend over probably something very stupid and like, oh my God, you asked me a question about a thing and like I'm suffocating.
What do you want for dinner?
This is very like California upper middle class. I buy $20 smoothies at Erewhon and like I feel as though I am being oppressed.
What do you want for dinner? What do you want for dinner? We just keep you decide. You decide.
Because like functionally these lyrics aren't saying anything. Like it's just iterating and reiterating the same metaphor. It's using visual language poorly and then just using synonyms.
Yo, bro.
Like this is a thesaurus.
It's all right.
Like,
It's all right.
I can't sleep. I lie awake. I am unable to rest. Like how many different ways are we going to illustrate that this is something that is bothering you? That was
You didn't
beautiful.
like that part?
I don't know. Like I'm a big lyrics person. And this is not it for me. It's very, very, very simple.
I mean, look. It's about it looks to me it's about a failed relationship. I've seen this kind of.
I mean, I'd say it failed. One of them's dead and the other one's possibly paralyzed.
I think that's supposed to be symbolic. I've seen a lot of people say, I've seen some reviews and people are like, oh, well, she dies. It's like, bro, it's not supposed to be real. I don't think it is. I don't think she's supposed to be dead. Also, you know this, the song, I'll go into that in a minute. Look. Okay, so it's about
having a manic episode? You're interrupting yourself.
It's about a lesbian relationship. No, it's about a relationship. I think you can apply this kind of thing to any relationship.
Yeah.
But so we're gonna score this shit. Is that all right, Bob?
I mean, you live your best life.
We're gonna score this. We don't care what you guys are being. You guys are being.
Yeah, it's about, as far as I understand it, it's about a relationship where communication's a problem.
Oh, that's annoying.
And they're not speaking to each other. They're not actually listening to each other. They're speaking past each other.
They're talking over each other. They need to stop.
And I mean,
doing
I
it.
think that anybody who is an adult that has ever had a relationship with another person
I'm fixing the card. Sorry. People.
has experienced this kind of thing where for whatever reason, you're not able to hear what your partner is saying about a particular thing or because you're really stressed out, whatever. You know, it's not a unique
Okay.
or unprecedented concept, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, because making music about things that are relatable to a lot of people is perfectly acceptable. But I think that where they fell down on their duty to create art is that they didn't go further. They stayed at a very superficial level, which is kind of ironic because in the song, she's complaining about everything remaining at a superficial level.
Emily, I think, is actually 40. I think she's somewhere close to 40. She might 38, somewhere around there. She actually had a band before this. I forgot the name of it. She had another band. All right. I think the other girl was funny in that other thing where she said this is totally new. People, this is up the alley of Linkin Park. No Diddy. This is up the alley. Up the very lesbian alley. I mean, and many times it's teen angst. I mean, some of it is. It's very angsty,
it's
isn't it?
angsty.
It's usually angry.
I'm not being understood. Nobody knows what I'm going through.
Yes.
Like, that's actually, I think, what made
Yeah.
Linkin Park quite
Well,
popular.
the thing is that the girl in that other video was saying how this is so different from all their other songs.
It sounds exactly like every
It's
Linkin
not
Park
really
song I've
it's
ever
not
heard.
really that different in the very beginning. I mean, we could go over it note by note. That would probably be the way to do it. Musically, like, we could basically listen to it, pause it. You know, you want to do that, Bob, before we go into
Sure.
and do the full review. Hopefully we don't get shut down.
I mean, I think that it's funny to be glib and kind of poke at it a little bit. But, you know, if we consider it as a work of art, right?
Which it is.
I'm not saying it's not, but if we consider it as a work of art and we actually give it the respect and credit it's due, then, like, let's actually talk about it, because providing meaningful and constructive critique is how artists and how anybody, honestly, improves in their craft, in their career, in their personal life, whatever. So, you know, I think that if you are a big fan of Linkin Park, the best thing that you can do is provide them with actual constructive critique,
Yes.
rather than just like fapping all over them.
All right, so we're gonna listen to some of the music and we're gonna see how Linkin Park this song is.
This is the letter that I didn't write.
Just like she didn't write the lyrics for Linkin Park songs that she's singing on stage. Those keys are very, I feel like they're very Linkin Park.
And I think it's a good thing to have them in there, right? Because you want to have like the house codes. You want to have the signature that for the fans, for the listeners, immediately reads Linkin Park. Like, when I heard this for the first time, I didn't know what you were playing. And I was like, oh, is that Linkin Park? Because it sounds like Linkin Park. And it should sound like Linkin Park, right? The entire point of carving out your own musical fingerprint is that it's recognizable as you.
Yes. Okay, well, let's listen to a little more.
Looking for color in black and white.
All right. So, Bob, she's looking for color in black and white. What do you think that means? What does that mean?
She's looking for a relationship of, my take on this is that she is frustrated that her partner is so focused on the minutia of this like superficiality and jealousy that she's unable to actually know her partner. Right? She can't get past this hurdle of trust, which seems to be the issue, and actually form a deep and meaningful connection. And that's something that she really wants, and she wants with this person, but that person is kind of getting in their own way, and she's frustrated by it.
That's a person of color. So why would she say that? You know, she's Asian, right? That's a person of color, right?
I guess. I don't know.
Whatever.
I mean, everybody has color.
Yes.
Skyscrapers we created on shaky ground.
All right, so they created skyscrapers recreated on shaky ground. So what is that? What do you get from that?
That's actually a very old Latin idiom, in ire edificare,
Yes.
to build castles in the sky.
It's also you have to think that they built their relationship on a lot of people, they would say a weak foundation, right?
Yeah.
So basically their relationship started from possibly a very shallow place, maybe.
I think that if we go with the metaphor and the themes that are being shown in this video, right? And this video is what the band has provided us to contextualize this song. it was probably a superficial, like, physical attraction that brought them together. And now Blondie McGee over here is trying to go deeper and actually know
Yes.
this person, but her partner is stuck on that. Like, well, you were into me because of how I looked. Like,
Or
what if you're
something.
into somebody
Well-
else?
Well, I mean, you could say that their relationship started. It wasn't stable. It was
They met on Tinder.
The easiest thing to say is that it was probably shallow.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's pretty obvious. It was on shaky grounds. The relationship wasn't started from a stable place.
No.
It was built on something that was not structurally sound. You know, this is possibly even a relationship that started very quickly.
Yeah, and
Okay.
it might be a new relationship,
Yes,
you know?
well, that's what I would think.
I'm trying to find my patience, but you won't let me breathe, and I'm not.
That, lyrically, this reminds me of the song "Crawling." I think it's the
Yeah.
song "Crawling," the one with the. It's sort of like. I mean, they even have almost the same line.
Yep.
It's like, "You keep smothering me." Something.
And it's also about a dysfunctional relationship. So again,
Well, that was a song that was a dysfunctional relationship with your parents, right? I think with the parents.
well, I think it's a dysfunctional relationship that can be applied to numerous
Yeah.
different.
But in that song, he very
formats.
specifically says holding too tightly and all this stuff. It's very like parents, like an overbearing parent.
right.
That's what that was. But this is very similar.
Yeah, it's if we consider human relationships
Yes.
as a genre,
Yes.
Linkin Park seems to have their bread and butter in like dysfunctional relationships, which
You
I
also
don't know
have
what
the
that
song
says about
"Breaking
them.
the Habit," which is
Yeah.
kind of similar to this as well. It's sort of like it's this. Well, it's like a cycle of chaos, and so
Yeah.
she's trying to break it, but it seems like it's never going to happen. All right. This also reminds me of the Coldplay song. There's a Coldplay song where the woman flies out the window. You know which one I mean?
No,
Where
I
he
don't.
says questions of science and I forget the name of it, but the Coldplay song is very similar. But I think it's a better video because you don't know what's happening really till the very end of the song
One thing
or the end of the video.
One thing that's a little bit frustrating about the song as well as the video is that it's so heavy-handed. It beats you over the head with what it's trying to say from quite literally the opening scene through to the closing scene. And I don't like it when bands or artists or filmmakers or whomever assume their audience is stupid and unable to figure things out. Like, I think that this could have been handled much better if they didn't hold our hand and walk us down the garden path. It would have had, I think, more legs if we were able to kind of apply these lyrics to any number of things. And then at the end, you find out that, like, by hyperfixating on the imperfection and allowing yourself to be distracted by it, you are in some ways, you know, putting yourself on a path of destruction, perhaps literal, perhaps metaphoric. You know,
Okay.
They didn't need to go so direct and beat you over the head with it. The
I
lyrics
think-
are very repetitive
I
and
think
very
I think the video itself is symbolic. I think it's symbolism more than it is an actual thing that's happening. It's sort of the end of their relationship, right?
Yeah.
They're both falling apart, and she's pointing out all these problems. And in the end, what they did, if you guys see it at the end, they think she's supposed to be dead, but
Yeah.
maybe it's just the end of the relationship. Maybe that's what it is. I can't really pull much from it. I mean, maybe they mean it's supposed to be literal.
I mean, I think that it's the ending. It's an end. Like, they couldn't get it together. They couldn't get past it. And ultimately, they destroyed each other.
Yes.
Because if we go with the imagery that she has actually died, right?
Yes.
Her partner will live the rest of her life knowing that because they got into an argument in the car, she died.
I mean, you could
right?
take it literal that way, and I think the video is pretty funny because she keeps saying, if you really watch this video, almost every step of it is literal. She's all like, "We keep talking," screaming over each other, whatever, talking over each other, and then in the video, they're literally talking over each other.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of stuff like that.
And that's what I was talking about, that it's so heavy-handed. It's like there's no ambiguity, there's no opportunity to interpret or like engage and invest in it
It's
to
not
try
very
to apply
nuanced,
it.
is it?
It's very Blue's Clues.
It's very simple. Never Sobers here says, now that I know she's lesbian, I'm heavily less interested in her writing. I think you could apply this to any person. I don't think this is like a lesbian anthem or something like that. Let's watch the rest. Is it that time of the month? Kidding. That's an effing joke. Sorry, Bob.
Mm-hmm.
Bob's angry at me now. 1 second. Okay, we're gonna watch a little bit more. What do you think of that face there, Bob? Am I wrong? Is that just a little bit manly? She look all right there. It's like she has her moments. She has like little slight moments, but sometimes she looks like the Joker.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that they're doing her any particular favors with how they've styled her in this. Yeah, they're definitely in Korea. Look at the number plate on the car.
That's so weird that they would do that. Why does this have
That's
to
kind
take
of
place in
interesting,
Korea?
actually. That's the most interesting thing in this video.
He says she couldn't have unalived. Nah, she couldn't have unalived, or she wouldn't be going through pain. That's true. That's true. Let's see the rest.
It's all a waste of time. All we are is talking over each other.
Okay, that scene where she's running.
She's limping.
You know the scene from Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Yeah.
Where he's running with the chainsaw?
Yeah.
And he's like kind of limping because
Is
he's
that
got
what
the
she's
chainsaw.
doing?
It looks exactly the same.
She's gonna kill her.
I'm going to find that clip and show it to you later,
That's like
and
the
you're going to
Asian
understand.
Antish. Lowe's watching.
Over each other, reaching for satellites, but all alone.
All right, so she's reaching for satellites, but all alone, Bob. All right, so what do you think she means by that?
That's a confused metaphor. Like
She's reaching for satellites.
It's nonsense. It's gibberish. I'm
No,
reaching
I don't
for
know.
satellites, but I'm all alone. Like it sounds as like a metaphor
what
that
do
would
you
have.
think the satellite symbolizes?
Well, that's an indicator of like I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to expand
Or
and increase.
communication.
But I'm all alone. Like so, if she was trying to go with
she's basically saying the same thing again, because a lot of times when you have cell signals, this is where your cell phone signals come from, right? So it's sort of like she's trying to send out a communication, but there's nothing there, right?
right, but it's also like there are
you
so
also
many
have
better
satellites,
ways
like
to have said that.
Yeah.
There are what this song has and what the lyrics are. It sounds like she had a whole bunch of notes in her phone's notes app of like opening lines, and they just made them all into one song because they don't actually make a tremendous amount of sense together. We're mixing metaphors, we're mixing imagery, and there's no payoff for any of it.
But the thing with her is that she has to write in this style, I think, because that's the thing. What happens when
Did she write this song?
I don't know.
I'm
just
gonna
saying
find
that
out.
the thing is that when you lose your lead singer in many ways is the backbone of your band. So he is the voice of your band. So once you lose him, like you get some other person in there, they got to like pick up the mantle and they got to basically like become him. Either they have to be him or they have to pretend to be him. And possibly in some ways this might actually be her pretending. All right, we're going to go into some more details.
Yeah, she did not write these lyrics.
We're still going.
These lyrics were written by John Green and Matthias Mora.
Who the hell are they?
I don't know.
Who's that? All right, here we go.
Under your breath, you're saying that I was wrong. Oh.
All right, so under her breath, she's saying I was wrong. That's a shitty thing to do. I've experienced that before.
So have I.
Skyscrapers we created are coming down.
All right, so they made some skyscrapers. She already said they were built on shaky ground, so obviously they're going to come down, right?
Free falling to the pavement, 'cause you won't let me breathe, and I'm not ever right.
All right, so they're coming down because she won't let her breathe, but she's trying to talk to her. But I guess she's talking over her, so she's having to scream. So she's out of breath.
All we are is talking over each other.
This happens in relationships, people. You scream over each other, you have an argument, and you're like, ah!
And then it's kind of funny.
And then you just go get some coffee and some donuts, and you're happy again.
And you never talk about it again.
Well, you talk about it, but you laugh about it. These people, they did it.
No, they
didn't because
they literally drove themselves into a tree.
yeah, they drove into a fucking tree.
There's nothing underneath. It's all a waste of time. All we are is talking over each other.
This is probably the best part of the song because it means nothing. It's just like weird. It's like sounds.
Are we over each other? Are we over each other?
Oh, so she's dead. That's why they don't notice her. I just noticed that shit. They just don't notice her, right? Isn't that funny?
It's very The Sixth Sense.
Yes, very success. Very Sixth Sense.
I see dead people.
I can't go to sleep. I lie.
This is very Coldplay here. Like they literally
Yeah.
just ripped off that freaking Coldplay song.
Awake at night. I'm so tired of talking over each other. So say what's underneath. I wanna see your side. We don't have to be talking.
All right, we get it. We get it. We effing get it, lady. Okay, we effing get it. Okay? All right. We're going to be scoring this right now.
I mean, the music is okay, but it doesn't
Alright.
feel like I understand that you want to have some of the like house codes, the things that are familiar that are going to grab a Linkin Park fan's attention and go, okay, I'm interested. I'm here. I'm listening. But I think that they have an opportunity that they've brought this new person into the band. So what they should do is find that person's strengths and then highlight them. Because
that
if you're
this
going to
keeps
make
doing
this
this.
person your new lead singer, the lead singer is kind of an important part of the band.
Yes. Like I said, they're the backbone.
You shouldn't just try to shoehorn them into your dead former lead singer's position because she's never going to be Chester Bennington.
No.
So if we're going to have this era of Emily, whoever the hell, then what they should have done is sat down, figured out what she's good at, and gone in that direction while bringing some of the
Yes.
classic Linkin Park motifs.
I mean, they kind of did in some ways. Okay, Bob. So first score. All right. 1 second. Sorry, people. All right. Just give me one moment. I know it's annoying. It's effing annoying. I have to write all this shit in. Okay. Here we go. Bob, lyrics. What do you give it?
Out of how
This
many?
is 1 out of 10.
1.
A 1, really, Bob?
Yep.
Okay, why'd you give it a 1?
Because there is absolutely nothing creative about them. It's mixed metaphors. It's not creative. It is ultimately meaningless. I want in a song to see a progression of the lyrics. This is not Blues Clues or The Wiggles. I want to actually be able to connect to what you're saying and see the change and evolution of the protagonist's point of view as the song progresses. And this is essentially what I don't know, 8th grader would write in her journal about her first
Yes.
relationship, making lots of sad faces and like skulls around the page.
It's in some ways I mean it's kind of obvious, but it's also slightly vague. I feel
Stream
like
is down.
Oh shit! I knew that was gonna happen. I'm gonna have to fight it. All right. Anyway, it's
Oh, it seems to be back.
this is hopefully people you can see
Yeah,
us.
it's
I
back.
knew they were gonna do this shit. I'm gonna have to fight this. YouTube doesn't understand copyright.
Well, I mean, it looks
Copyright
like they
law.
do because you're back.
I'm back, but they're gonna take it off later, and I'm gonna have to fight it.
Well, it's fine. You'll fight
Anyway,
it. So let's
people,
focus.
people, I just gotta let you know, people. You guys subscribe to the Real Food TV, people. This is the greatest channel known to man. We're over here fighting copyright laws that are complete bullshit.
We're gonna fight the cylinder, and we're gonna win.
We're gonna fight this cylinder, and we're gonna effing win. The
Anyway.
cylinder can't beat us. I'm gonna give the lyrics a 5. I think in the grand, I mean, I probably shouldn't be doing this, but in the grand scheme of things, when you look at the musical landscape, I think these lyrics are decent. This is not a terrible lyrically. This is not a terrible song. The messaging is just about a failed relationship.
They could have done better.
It's not a mess of shit. They could have done better, but for what it is, it's decent. I'd say the lyrics are 5. They do. I mean, they're very straightforward in many ways, but they're also, you know, you read into them a little bit. You could read into them a little bit. Okay, Bob, vocals.
I think they showcased her voice decently. I'm gonna give it. I would give her vocals a 5.
Okay. All right, for what it is, people, I'd say I'd give her vocals about. I'm not going to compare it to Linkin Park. I'm going to compare it to the musical landscape right now. In metal, this song is kind of hard to really nail down because I don't know exactly what they're going for. It sounds like it's not very heavy. It's not
emo.
Heavy. It almost like reminds me of like Kelly Clarkson or something.
This is emo.
It has like a Kelly Clarkson kind of like softness to it. It's almost not even like a heavy kind of
When
rock and
Gerard
roll.
Way's daughter is old enough to make music, she will make this music.
I'm giving it a 5. All right, the composition, Bob. What do you think?
So if by composition we mean the
Composition, the musical, the way they've crafted the song, the musical, you know, the guitars, the drums.
There's no real nuance,
Everything about it,
progression,
you know.
or depth to it. Is a round starting?
Yeah, I know this had that stuff in it. Sorry about that.
It's very flat to me. Like, I don't know. It didn't really move me.
No.
The beginning part of the song where they had the keys and the like crescendo, that was probably the most interesting part of the entire song.
You know, the song was only a little over 2 minutes long. You know that?
It was
almost
a minute
like a trap
too long.
song. I think it wasn't even 3 minutes long.
It was 1 minute too long.
1 minute
As far
too
as
long.
I'm
Okay.
as far as I'm concerned, it was a minute too long. No, that's mean. I'm being mean now. No, I'm just critical.
So what would you give it?
I would give the composition a 3.
A 3 M.
Yeah.
I don't. My thing with it is that it's not very impressive. It's very clean. I mean, it's very VH1 kind of sounding. It's nothing really sticks out about it that's really like breaking new ground or anything like that. It's to me, it just doesn't really. There's nothing. It's very like by the numbers in a lot of ways. But I mean, if you were to compare it to, it's all right. I'm gonna give it a 6.
Anything. I'm considering it as an entity unto itself.
Decent. It's decent. I don't think any of the drums, nothing is really sticks out to me. Guitar riffs are really like nothing really there that really like speaks. The music, guitars, drums. There's really nothing in there that really just shines. It doesn't really stick in your brain, in your mind, right? Nothing really comes out at you and really just sticks in there. Right?
It feels like
and it's very by the numbers in a lot of ways.
It feels like the cinematic musical landscape of a loss montage. Like it just sort of washes over you and it makes sense with what you're watching, yes. But you're paying more attention to what you're watching than what you're listening to. It's definitely not a song that I would like seek out and choose to listen to.
Dark over here says showcase her vocal range.
That's part of a comment he made earlier. Okay. He said you have to wait to listen to more. That song does not showcase her vocal range, and it's true. You know, this is one.
I think really is in a lot of ways. It's her kind of like now. I feel like the other two songs were trying to be Chester Bennington. This one they've taken all the rasp out of the voice. It's more her, but it comes, like I said, it comes off very like Kelly Clarkson. Because
the issue is that she doesn't have a bad voice, but she doesn't have an interesting
She doesn't have that edge to it. Exactly.
And we've been so super saturated with all of these music. Like right now, we've got the Sabrina Carpenters of the world who are acceptable. But there's nothing interesting.
I think her voice is better than Christina.
I'm not saying that. Who's Christina Carpenter? I just said Sabrina Carpenter.
What's her name?
Sabrina Carpenter.
Carpenter. Okay.
Carpenter, like what you do with wood. Woodworker, carpenter.
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 Okay. Go on, please.
So, what I mean to say when I bring her up is that she's not particularly talented either. She doesn't have a great or interesting voice. She has an acceptable voice that is not unpleasant. And
Yes.
that's what I get from this girl. Like, her voice is okay. There's nothing that makes me go, wow, I want to hear more of her.
She ain't no damn metal singer or anything. Like, she ain't no Chester Bennington. And I thought Chester Bennington many times had a weak voice himself, but he had a unique way of singing.
Yeah.
I'll give him that. He really did. And I did enjoy Linkin Park. Okay, so video, Bob. What do you think of the video?
I was deeply annoyed by it,
Yeah.
but I'll give it a 2 since you objected
2,
when
huh?
I gave the lyrics a 1.
So why did you give it a 2?
Because it was approximately 1.5 minutes longer than it needed to be. And it is too direct. There's no interest. There's no intelligence. It is like a car commercial. Like there's no art in it.
It's very
Or
shallow.
one of those like comic book movies.
But what I think is it comes across pretty well in explaining the shallow relationship with the distrust, the looking at the phone. But it's really accelerated. Obviously, the song is only a little over two minutes long, I think. Probably it's approaching 3 minutes. It's kind of hard to to shoehorn a whole story in there. But I feel like they did a decent job. But in a lot of ways, like I said, it was trying to be. It's like the poor man's version of that Coldplay song. I really got to look for that. I think it's called "The Scientist," maybe. I might be wrong.
I don't know.
It's a Coldplay song. It's
don't
about
really
a
like
relationship.
Coldplay.
I think it was a very similar subject, but actually not a similar subject because I think that song was about loss and actually caring for someone who was gone. Where in this one, it was like they both got fucked up and died, or one of them died. I'm gonna give the video a 7.
So if I was
Compared
reshooting,
to, and this is in comparison to what's happening right now. I mean, maybe we should compare these to the next time when we do these, we should compare them to other Linkin Park videos, and then at the end, we do comparison to the scene, because we have at the bottom we have something called impact. That there is the impact this has in the music scene as a whole. How this looks compared to everything else that's on the landscape. All right, Bob.
if I was
Okay.
touching on the video a little bit more, if I was reshooting this video, I would open with the one of them getting into the ambulance,
Yes.
right? I wouldn't provide context for it, but I would show that one like coming home from the hospital and doing all of this stuff, and then towards the end of the song we would kind of go back to that argument, and I would leave it open-ended that we don't really quite know what happened, because the whole problem is when you take your audience and you walk them down the garden path and you leave no room for conjecture, no room for interpretation, your audience cannot attach to it. It washes over them like a car commercial. So my primary objection is that it's way, way, way too oversimplified. There is nothing for me to hold on to. There is no new ground being broken.
Yes.
I'm not engaged with the singer. I'm not particularly intrigued by the music itself. The music video requires me to use exactly 0 brain cells.
Mm-hmm.
I get the same level of intellectual stimulation that I would get watching Bluey.
What is
And
that? Bluey?
Bluey is that show that like children like about the dogs, like cartoon dogs. But that's the problem, right? I want art to make me feel something, good or bad. This doesn't make me feel anything. This is like watching a Subaru commercial.
I mean, there's not a lot of depth here. I mean, they're trying to just get a song out. I just appreciate that it's not just the same old, stupid, shitty song about wiggling asses.
I don't consider that music, so.
Okay, so you all right? So we're looking at our next category is in comparison. In comparison this is in comparison to Linkin Park's other material, both music videos and music. What do you think?
It's like it's like if you took and made AI listen to every other Linkin Park album and then made them write a song, I think this is the song you would get. Like if you told ChatGPT to listen to every other Linkin Park song and then write a Linkin Park song, I think it would write this song. Maybe that's what they did. You know, if that's what they did, this is actually interesting. I wonder
All right,
if
so
that's
Bob,
what they did.
so you don't think this? Where would score-wise? I mean, I don't know if this is the best system to use, but when it comes to judging this,
In
words would
comparison
probably be
to
better.
other Linkin Park
in comparison
songs.
to other Linkin Park songs.
With 1 being it is essentially a different band, and 10 being it is indistinguishable from Chester Bennington era.
I feel like in a lot of ways it doesn't really feel that much like a Linkin Park song.
I would put it if 1 is completely different and 4 and 10 is exactly the same, I'd probably put it at a 3.
All right, we'll give it a 3. Okay, you want a 3? It definitely is a Linkin Park song in subject matter, musically a little bit, but it doesn't have anything that really like attaches to you.
Yeah.
You know, I could listen to like a song like "Crawling," or and on the Hybrid Theory album, I can listen to basically every song in that album is better than this song. Even the music videos, most of them are better. I'd say this video might be better than the One Step Closer video. The song is not better than anything on Hybrid Theory. It's not exactly their best work. I don't think so. I don't know. I mean, when you give it a number, it's like kind of hard to give a number. So I'd say if what is it, Crawling was a 10, I'd say this was also a 3. If what we put it by that, maybe that should be the thing. We should have a song. Is this, where would this be
comparator.
if you compared it to like? Well, if I was to compare this to Linkin Park's biggest hits, this is about. I'd say maybe I'd give it a 4. Actually, maybe a 4. What do you think?
I mean, I gave it a 3. I don't reconsider.
I'm gonna reconsider. I think I wasn't being generous enough. I'm gonna give it a 5.
I'm never generous. You will earn.
I don't think it's a
every
terrible
point.
song. I think it's okay. All right, Bob.
I don't think it's a terrible song either, but I also don't think it's a good song.
And I don't think it's a terrible video either. So we're
it's
gonna
not
say
a
in
terrible
comparison.
video and it's not a terrible
Yes.
song, but it's not good either. It just exists.
I mean, but look, we're comparing.
neutral.
No, Bob, look, we're comparing it to past Linkin Park songs.
Right, and it's not terrible, but it's also not good.
Okay, so you
It
gave
just
it a 3.
exists.
Okay, it's a 3. All right, Bob. Impact. What kind of impact?
It breaks
is,
no new ground.
You
On
think
Impact,
the
I would
gay
give this
Asian-
a 1. This
Bro.
is already elevator music.
Bro. The gay Asian girlfriend, the fucking.
I don't care.
6 cents. What was
Chester Bennington had his gay Asian boyfriend in Mike Shinoda, so like, let's move on. This is nothing
Wait,
new.
Mike Shinoda ain't Asian, is he?
He's Asian adjacent. He looks Asian.
He looks sort of Asian. Okay, so what do you think? Impact.
One. It's already
you
elevator
think this
music.
has no impact on the music landscape?
It's already elevator music.
This isn't innovating.
I am
This isn't
positive
inspiring.
I heard this playing at Marshall's today.
Okay, so you gave it a what again?
1.
A 1. Damn.
You know, in boxing, I say earn every round. In musical rating and ranking, earn every point. You want a 10 out of me, you gotta actually make me have a religious experience.
Impact. Okay. So impact on the landscape. Song is very forgettable. I feel like it's very forgettable in almost every single way. It's not a terrible song. The subject of the song, it's a relatable subject. It is very relatable, but it's more relatable to like children. It's very angsty. This is the kind of it's. I mean, but the idea is it's a shallow relationship that started. From,
This is a song for 13-year-olds.
It's got a shitty
what this is.
foundation. I don't even know I don't think 13-year-olds could really understand this song. I mean, because a lot of them have never had an actual relationship.
I'm pretty sure Helen Keller could understand this song.
But Bob, I think you're really underrating it. I think you're being very mean. Chester would be angry. He would do this. Wait. Watch this.
He wouldn't do anything. He's
Chester
dead.
is doing this right now in his grave. He's making this sound when he hears you talk about her like that.
So
Actually,
in the
he's angry.
afterlife,
When
he became what, a Tyrannosaurus
No,
Rex?
when Chester heard this song in his grave, he made this sound.
Yep.
I'm kidding. Chester's still alive. He's like Elvis. People.
So what do you think the impact is, since you have so many opinions about my opinion?
I have opinions about your opinion. I do. Hopefully my voice was loud enough to restrain people.
Oh my dear
I really
Lord.
hope
Can
it
you
was.
rate the damn thing? You're stalling now.
All right, so the impact, I'd say if you were to compare this to most of the music on the musical landscape, I don't really listen to a lot of modern day music because I think it's kind of garbage. I think it's absolute trash. Trash. But I don't really think this has much of an impact on music today. I'd say impact-wise, I'll give it a 0.
Wow.
I think it has no impact at all.
I thought our scale was 1 to 10. You
Oh,
broke
should I-
your own
should I- should I
scale.
one? I give it nothing.
It's fine.
I give it a 1. And that is correct. That's not to say that the song is really bad. I'll give it a 1 because since Bob said, I will agree with her. I'll give it a 1. It's not a terrible song. I gave it to the middle ground. 5 out of 10. It's medium. That's medium, bro. That is a medium. That is in my book, it's a decent song. As you see on my score, it's decent. It's not amazing. The video is decent. I keep doing I keep comparing it to because the video, I'm comparing it to videos made now. I probably should have put the video score higher because unlike a lot of these other videos we're seeing today, which are many times trash, this song actually has a decent video. I mean, it has a little twist ending in there, people. When do you see that in these modern trash videos? You don't.
Right, but like I think that that's a wrong way to go about it because if something is so egregiously subpar, it effectively should not be considered art, then I am not going to judge that as the basis of comparison.
I mean, this isn't exactly high art.
If I look at these rap videos, for example, because those seem to be the most consistently hideous, it's not art. It's like something that you would, I don't know, horny 13-year-old boys would invent as like a music video.
All right, Bob.
And it's asinine and pointless. So I'm not going to use that as a foundation for comparison.
All right, Bob. So look, would you give this song a listen to if you didn't know it was Linkin Park and you weren't doing this video?
I mean, if it was on in like Marshalls and I had no control over the music.
This is gonna be played at McDonald's.
This is already elevator music, dude.
I don't know. It's not. It doesn't.
It breaks no new ground. It does absolutely nothing for me.
It doesn't have that Linkin Park kind of like heavy guitar sounds. Like it has that weird kind of like it's like down strumming. It sounds like, right?
It feels like they had Chat
I don't
GPT
know.
listen to every Linkin Park album and then write a new Linkin Park song. Like that's what this feels like. It is all style, no substance, and the style isn't good.
It doesn't really have that kind of hard edge to it. I guess that's what they were going for. They were going for like a more like mature. You know what? At times it reminds me of Matchbox 20. Isn't that kind of bad? That kind of sucks, isn't it?
But I mean, at least Matchbox 20 like did what they did with their whole chest. This feels like a marketing meeting.
I'm not crazy. I'm just a little unwell. That you like that song?
No, not particularly. I mean, I don't know that I would necessarily say they should have stayed gone or whatever. I do think that if you are an artist and part of your musical group dies, that your career shouldn't be over because of that. But I think that if you're going to come back and have a resurgence, a reawakening,
Continue, Bob.
then you need to do something with it. Like you have to actually come back and continue doing something new. Like them or hate them, Linkin Park had kind of an interesting sound. They touched on lesser covered topics in a way that was accessible for a lot of people. And that made them interesting. That made them popular. That's why they had such a large following. And it feels like instead of that, we have now gotten the sanitized marketing meeting version that ticks the boxes but has no soul.
All right, Bob. So you think this? Do you think this single should stay in the trash, stay in the toilet?
I mean, I'd leave it in the toilet personally.
Yeah.
And I really hope that someone somewhere along the way actually encourages them and her and this whole thing to find the soul in what they're doing. Because this had no, like, this had no emotion to it. Like, one thing Chester did really well, I think, was convey an authenticity of experience. Like, when he was singing about these problems, it really felt like he probably was speaking from personal experience. She's singing about, you know, having this difficult, superficial relationship and it causing her distress, but there's no distress in her voice. It all sounds flat. So I would encourage this band, if they are going to continue, to find things to sing about and talk about that are authentic to them now and do that.
I mean, they let her have her girlfriend in there, didn't they? She got a girlfriend.
I mean, I don't know.
Video. I knew they were going to do that at some point, right? They were going to give her girlfriend. I mean, it's a song about a failed relationship. That's it. It's got a little ending there. It doesn't, to me, musically, it doesn't have any real depth. It doesn't like make me feel anything. You saw these people, they're over here tearing and crying. I don't feel it. I don't feel it. I don't think you really should just, when it comes to music, you shouldn't go by what just sticks in your head, because this song does stick in your head. I think it does. I think that was the intention of it, is for it to just, that's why it's the repetition, right? How many times, look, the song is less than 3 minutes long, and look how many times she said, we just keep talking over each other, right? How many times did she say that? I should have counted it.
I mean, that is
a lot of
that
times.
is the bulk of the lyrics.
That is the majority of this song, is her saying that. People that I gave it a 1 because when you look at the impact, there's not in the scene, it's not doing anything that different. And when it comes to Linkin Park, it's not even musically, the composition is not as good as other Linkin Park songs. The vocals are decent at times, but they're a lot of people have said that this sounds different. The music is just like a lighter version of Linkin Park. The subject matter is very Linkin Park, what they're talking about.
But it's inauthentically delivered.
The delivery's not too great. It's her vocals are okay, but again, they sound very Kelly Clarkson. It doesn't have that kind of rasp and edge like Linkin Park. Linkin Park had sort of like an almost semi-industrial sound to it. This kind of crunchy, distorted sound they would put in almost every single song they made. Yeah, they had other songs like Breaking the Habit. You can maybe put this in that category, sort of, but even that song had a...
No, Breaking the Habit had
some driving
grit.
It had that rasp to it, that kind of edge to it, that slight, that kept it in the kind of industrial new metal rock realm, right? This has a very, like I said, very VH1 sound to it.
I think they fucked up in not having Mike Shinoda in there, because thinking back on a lot of Linkin Park, what Chester did and what Emily is doing is he provided the melody, he provided the like softness, and Mike Shinoda added the grit and a lot of the lyrical substance. So this is all style, no substance. And I think that if they had included Shinoda in there would have been something to hold on to. But this is just, it's like a breeze. It just kind of like washes over you and keeps on going, and you don't notice a difference.
Well, look, the impact is 0. When I say impact, I mean like its influence. Is it doing something very different? It's not doing much different. It looks in many ways that it's trying to be that Coldplay song at times. The one I forgot the name of it. I think it's called Scientist. Should we check that? Give me 1 second while I look that up before we get out of here. We're going to get out of here in a minute. I know I'm going to have to fight this after. Bob, what'd you think of the show?
I mean, I think it's cool, but if we want to bring up comparisons, right? And you want to talk about a relatively short, simple song that has a profound and tremendous impact, you think of Empty Chairs at Empty Tables from Les Mis.
Yeah, I think that's on a totally different category.
It's a totally different category, but you have to also think about it from the perspective of...
We can review that in the next one if you want. If you want to go and talk about that. This is the song I'm talking about, people. This is by the band Coldplay. This is called The Scientists. This is the song that reminds me of this Linkin Park
You gonna
video.
take the poop off the screen?
Video wise, it reminds me of it. I mean, and I think the poop looks good. I'm not a Coldplay fan, not really. There are some songs from Coldplay I do like. There's like 2 of them. He should be covered in poop. This one does have like kind of a surprise ending that I appreciate more. Pretty decent song for a band I don't really like much. To me, in many ways, they're the poor man's Radiohead. But this is one of their better songs. They have another one called, I think, it's a song where the lyric is like, it's something about God. And I thought it was a really good song. Damn, I wish I remembered the name of the song. But this video reminds me a lot of this new Linkin Park video, but this is done way better. This starts off, it's very soft, and at the very end, he's going in reverse through the whole video. And at the very end, he is in a car accident. So I think he's supposed to be dead. So it's very similar in that way. And it's about a relationship, but I think it's about a relationship that didn't go sour. It's about, I think, possibly 2 people that passed away. It's a good song. I'll let you listen to a couple of seconds of it. I'm pretty sure you've heard it. It's been around forever. If you never heard it, you're probably living under a damn rock. We'll just cut a little bit ahead.
Pulling your puzzles apart. Questions of science, science and progress did not speak as loud as my heart. Until
We'll show you the end of the video where it reminds me of the Linkin Park song. We're going to show it to you right now. They're in a car accident. It's very similar. I'll show you, they have a part where she flies back into the window. You see this? He had like one of those fucking lowriders for a second there, it looked like. Well, the girl looks very boyish. They've definitely got that going. All right, people, you see it. It reminds me of the Linkin Park song. I'm pretty damn sure they took inspiration from it, but this is a far better song. I'm going to show you one other Coldplay song that I think is amazing, just to end the show. I don't really like Coldplay. I don't like the lead singer too much, but they did make. I
don't like. I think that there is definitely a visual reference, but I don't necessarily know that Coldplay is the right band to compare them to, because they're about as different from Linkin Park as Les Mis.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's in just the style of the video. It's a similar idea. This is the other song, just on a side note, sort of in a way. This is a really good song. I feel like I like this. I'm just gonna play a couple of minutes of it, or not minutes. I'll play a couple of seconds of it. Remember to subscribe to the Real Food TV, people. You are watching Foo and Bob Music Review. This is the very first episode. All right. Remember to subscribe. It's a great channel on demand. You are watching Foo TV. This is Foo and Bob Music Review on Foo TV. I'm going to have to fight this because they're hitting me. They pulled it down, so later on they're going to pull the whole video down. So this video hopefully will be back up somewhere around late tomorrow. All right. We're going to watch a little bit of this video. We're going to show a little bit more of these comments, and then we're going to get the hell out of here. Okay, we got some more comments. Give me a second. I want to show these on there. It doesn't even sound like LP, Linkin Park. It sounds like an American Idol singer's first single. Laugh out loud. Yeah, I brought up Kelly Clarkson. She was on American Idol. She actually won the American Idol. We got Never Sobers over here. Now that I know she's lesbian. Oh, did I already read that? I feel like he said that. I'm reading this older comments. All right, so her GFCNA probably write more interesting lyrics. I might have actually shown that already. We're gonna watch a little bit of this, right?
Where do we?
Wait, do you know I totally forgot how to do my Beavis and Butthead impersonation? Try to do it, Bob. Do Butthead.
No.
Hey, Beavis. Hey, Beavis.
You sound like a pig.
I sound like a pig.
I've gotta say, I'm on my way down. God give me style and give me grace. God put a smile upon my face.
It's a good song, people. I'm going to show you the hook because I really like it. This is one of my favorite Radiohead songs. Radiohead, oh my lord. Coldplay songs, one of my favorite.
Smile upon your face. Yeah. Now, when you work it out, I'm worse than you.
I think the song is beautiful. I think also the video is really great. I feel like they're trying to say that it's about like a businessman, a person who's worshipped the system and wealth and money and the rising up in the business world, and he kind of, I guess, has an awakening and realizes that his life is just a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, when you work it out, I wanted to. Now, when you work out where to draw the line, your guess is as good as mine.
All right, so there you go. There's a far better video and a far better song than the one we watched here. But if you and also, I don't like Coldplay much, but I do like a couple of their songs. I think this is like one of like 3 Coldplay songs that I really like, and videos.
But all of this is very derivative of Radiohead.
Yeah, it is. I mean, but this song is kind of different from Radiohead, I'd say. But they're for sure inspired by Radiohead.
Yeah.
Never
Which is why I
Sober's
said
Reloaded says
derivative.
copyright shit is so frustrating. They take down my videos. They do it all the time, man. And you know what? This is called fair use. YouTube, you see this? This is Copyright Law Act of 1976. It allows for criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, all this stuff, people. It parody you, but this it actually is a review. This falls under criticism. Criticism. You can even call this educational in a lot of ways. We went over certain aspects, maybe not the best breakdown ever, but definitely better than 100% of the people on. Maybe not 100, but when it comes to the people that make these music video things on YouTube, I'd say this is what we've done here in my book. Should I be kissing my own ass, or should we be kissing our own asses?
I don't think we are.
Okay, I think this is more thorough than what these people are doing on YouTube. The people we saw earlier who just do little stupid faces and just like, oh my God, man, I'm crying right now.
It's like robots pretending to be people.
I think
That's
it's some
how
kind
it
of weird
translates.
emotion porn. Right? That's what it is. Yeah, man, this copyright law. You get around it. The copyright holders aren't supposed to be pulling this down. We're talking over it, people. Many times we're freezing the video. We're doing all kinds of stuff. We're not just playing it and then that's calling it a day. But anyway, with that said, people, we want to thank everybody who came in here today. We're going to be doing another one of these. We're going to be doing a lot more of these Fu and Bob music reviews. Hopefully we can get this back up. It's up right now. For sure, it's still up. But I'm pretty sure YouTube's going to try to pull it down. I'm going to have to fight it. This is people. If you don't know, but this show was supposed to come out a year ago. I haven't done it yet because of the copyright laws. But I'm watching all these people on YouTube constantly putting out music, reactions and all that. So like, U-Cylinder, what the fuck?
We actually didn't we film one of these?
Yeah, we filmed them. I already put this video in my private YouTube folder, and YouTube blocked it. So
Not this particular video.
This particular like the music video, the Linkin Park music video, I had it in my folder, and they blocked it without me even playing it. I never even premiered it. Either way, people, I'm not going to go on and talk about this. Hopefully this stays up, and they just check it out, and that's it, and they know what it is. But we want to thank you all for coming in here. This was the very first episode of Fu and Bob Music Review. We're gonna be coming back real soon, people.
And if there's any songs that you would be interested in having us review, then drop it in the link or drop it in the comments. But remember, art critique is an art form in itself. It is an academic exercise. The function of it is to provide constructive feedback that will allow that artist to grow in their craft. The function of a critique is not to have somebody sitting there kissing ass. Okay? Nobody grows or improves from that. So, again, we will happily critique songs of your choice, but it is not going to just be the effusive praise of the slack-jawed yokels that happen to populate this subgenre of YouTube.
Yes, we're going to be putting a lot of different songs on here, people. If you guys just make your picks, put it in the comments section. We're going to be coming back. We don't have to do just recent music. We're going to do other songs in here, old and new, recent, old, classic, all of it, people.
And if
Bob, you want to say your thanks to some of the people in the comments section?
Yeah, I mean, I think that we've had some really great engagement. Dark, I've seen you in here the last couple of streams. Appreciate. Ever Sobers, always appreciate you. Iceman, you've also been pretty active in the comments, and we thank you.
You guys also, if you want, you can get on this show. All of our live shows are open.
And
You
Mr.
guys can
Corey
come
Griffin,
on.
definitely agree. It's very, very elementary. You know, if you're interested in seeing the way that art critique can be elevated to an art form in and of itself, I definitely recommend checking out the book Idols of Perversion. It's fantastic. It's definitely got a point of view that I don't necessarily agree with, but the writing is phenomenal. 10 out of 10.
Do you mean the show Narcos? What do you mean?
No, that's a genre of song where usually Mexican singers are being critical of the cartels.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we can do that. There's a lot of songs I'm going to do. We're going to be doing the next episode. I think we're going to be doing some drill music. We might actually do multiple reviews.
If we're doing drill music, it is against my will.
Yes, we're going to be doing it. We're going to be doing it. There's a lot of what I've noticed is these people who just smile and brown nose for these music videos and bands. What they don't do is they don't do multiple songs in one video. What we might start doing is we might do 2 or 3 reviews in one video. All right, but we're going to be getting out of here, people. Once again, we want to thank you all for joining us on this. You've been watching Fu and Bob Music Review. Remember to subscribe to the Real Fu TV, and the soon to come Bob is coming out with Bob TV. Bob has all kinds of programming, so that you can more focus on what she's, all the different stuff she wants to do. That's going to probably be coming out soon. And Bob has some more episodes of Bob's History Corner we have coming soon, and also many other programs. We're probably going to be watching a couple of movies from the Fu Theater this week. We have a lot of stuff, people, planned for this channel. A lot of stuff. You got anything else to add to this, Bob, before
Never
we get out of here?
Sobers is objecting to the fact that he did not know the panel was open because you did not say it was open until the end of the show. Notes for next time.
Sobers, I didn't have the score because when you come on, I want you to be able to score it as well. So I have to add the score. I also have to open the Discord before the stream starts.
So then you couldn't have gotten on
I'm
this
just letting you know
time.
that on the next one, it will be open.
Okay. So on the next one, it'll be open.
Yes.
But if it's drill music, I'm going to need negatives.
Yes. Yes.
I'm going to need a negative
You get
score.
0 to 10. 0 to 10. It's fine.
No, we're going to have to go 0 and then sub-0.
It's going to be funny. We're going to have Bob's going to read the lyrics. It's going to be hilarious. But once again, yeah, sorry, Sobers. You can get on the next one. You got to let me know, man. You got to let me know that you're going to be in here. I didn't know you were going to be in here. All right, people. Want you guys to all have a good night. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on the very first episode of Fu and Bob Music Review. Have yourselves a good night.
Good night.